So cover three. So the first thing we need to know is how many guys are in coverage. Well, we know there's always 7 guys in coverage. Cover three means there are 3 deep. That means 7 minus 3 is 4 under. Okay, if there are 4 under, then that means that they're responsible for 1.5 zones each, because there are 6 total. 6 divided by 4 equals 1.5. Okay, let's talk about what those zones are. So I'm going to go ahead and draw an offense here. All right, and the twins, to make it simple, or 22, QB, running back. Okay, so cover three means that there are going to be 3 guys deep. That'll be the corner, a free safety, and the other corner. Okay, those guys each have a deep third. 1 third, 1 third, 1 third. All right, that leaves 4 underneath defenders for 6 zones. So they're each going to have 1.5 zones. So I'm going to go ahead and put in an over front here, just so we have a D line. This is going to be strong right. So I'm going to put an end here. I'll put a tackle in the 3 technique. I'll put the nose guard here in the 1 technique, and I'll put another end here. So this is an over front. We're playing over cover 3 now. Okay. So I'll put the Mike linebacker here. I'll put the Sam linebacker apexed here. I'll put the Will linebacker apexed here. Now, the strong safety has to come down to one side or the other. If the strong safety comes down right, that'll bump everyone over. Okay, so that's where we're going to put him right now. Strong safety's coming down to the strength. He comes down right. Okay, so now he's going to be responsible for the curl flat. He's going to be responsible for the hook curl. He'll be responsible for hook curl, and he'll be responsible for curl flat. Okay, the way that we talk about these is like this. Hook equals progression off number 3. Okay, so if we go back to this picture, we count 3 from the outside in, always from the outside in. Either side works 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. Here's number 3. Okay, so hook means we're off of him. All right. Curl means inside number 2. All right, so here we go back to here. Here's number 1 here. Here's number 2 here. Here's number 1 here. Here's number 2 here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. So the curled flat defender is going to be working from the inside of 2 to the outside of 2. Going back to this, flat equals outside number 2. Okay, all the way to the inside of number 1. So if I'm the curl flat defender, that'd be the Will here and the strong safety. Curl flat defender means they're relating from the inside of 2 to the outside of 2. So if 2 goes wide, it'll bring them wider. If 2 stays vertical or breaks in, he'll stay inside of that. Okay, and then you can push out to it late. So that makes the strong safety and the Will in cover 3. Strong safety and Will in cover 3 are curl flat defenders. All right, and then the Mike and the Sam are the hook curl defenders. So we go back to here. Okay, well, first of all, hook means off of 3, curl means inside number 2. Okay, so we're going to always work inside out. So that means the Mike and the Sam here are going to work from number 3 to the inside of number 2. Basically, that means they're going to sandwich number 3. Okay, so they're both working off this guy. He goes this way, the Sam will push to stay outside of him and inside of number 2. All right, we're always going to work for 10 yards of depth here, 10 to 12 yards of depth. So the Mike and the Sam are working together off of number 3. If 3 goes away like that, the Mike can look to help with number 2 now. Okay, if 3 comes this way, the Mike needs to expand, and the Sam can either come in here depending on the quarterback's intentions, or he can help on the inside of number 2 here. Okay, so that's how we play cover 3. Now going back to the over front, C, G, G, T, T. We said we're strong right, so we got our end here and our 3 technique to the right. Then we got our nose guard to the left and our end here. Okay, so 5, 1, 3, 5. Okay, so without any stunts, that means the end is responsible for this gap, the C gap, right? The nose guard is responsible for this gap, the A gap, weak. The tackle is responsible for this B gap, strong, and this end is responsible for this C gap, strong. Okay, so the linebackers are going to have to fill in where there's a void. All right, so in a twins formation, 2 receivers to each side, that means the will is going to be removed from the box. The strong safety will be mirrored on this side. Okay, that puts the Mike here in this A gap, and the will in this B gap. Or excuse me, the Sam. Excuse me, that puts the Mike in this Sam here. Does that make sense? Yeah. Mike, Sam. All right. So now, because it's an 8-man front, cover 3 and cover 1 are 8-man fronts. If there's only one back in the backfield, which in the case of twins or 2x2, that would be the case, right? They all have one gap. So he knows he's got that A gap. This Mike has this B gap, and now all the gaps are taken care of. Okay? Now, it's not always going to be 2x2. Sometimes it's going to be 3x1. So if we got trips, we got center, guard, guard, tackle, tackle. So I'm going to put 3 receivers out here now. Okay? Corner is here. We got that. We got a strong safety here. Means we got the Sam is going to be here. Okay? And then the Mike's going to be here, and the Will's here. This receiver out here, and the corner out here. Okay. So now if we still have one back in the backfield, it's still one back, one gap. All right. But now what we've got is end, tackle, nose, end. Okay. Will's in this gap. Mike's in this gap. Now Sam is off the edge. Okay. So he's got any pullers or anything like that, he'll be the force defender here. Okay. So that would be cover 3 with trips. Now, if we had 2 backs in the backfield, and let's say we had 22 personnel and we had 2 tight ends in the game or something. All right, so let's go center, guard, tackle, Y, guard, tackle. We'll call this one U. All right, two tight ends, and let's go 2 backs in the I formation with the quarterback under center. All right, so now we got strong safeties coming down, so we got the corner out here still. Got this corner out here. Oh, excuse me. Yep, that corner will be there. This corner will be in this hip position here. All right, that puts the free safety here. Now I got the strong safety outside this tight end. We've got our end here. We've got our tackle here, our nose here, and our end here. All right. So now we just got to put the Mike, the Sam, and the Will somewhere. So the Sam would be here in this A gap. Okay, the Mike would be here in this B gap, and the Will is really the force player out here because this corner still has deep thirds. Okay, so now we got all those gaps taken care of. The Will's here, the Mike's here, right, the Sam is here, and all those gaps are now taken care of there. Okay, so that's cover 3 to most of the looks that we'll see.